Hi there, we're at the Raccoon Valley Trail here in Adel, Iowa, and we're going to be riding to the west and then up to the north a ways. I don't know, we'll probably go 25-30 miles, kind of out and back, and then looks like a Brickyard brewing company there that we're going to stop by and have some lunch when we're done. So sit back and enjoy. Beautiful day here. It's already about 62 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning in early March.
Here we are heading off on the trail at the brickworks of Adel. We're going to head to the west of town towards Redfield and then on to Linden. We're riding the Raccoon River Valley Trail today. This was the least windy of the days that we were going to be in the Des Moines area, so we thought this would be a good day to ride this trail as it is fairly exposed. First part coming out of Adel is a little uphill and gets into some trees with farmland surrounding it. You can see there was still a little bit of snow left on the side of the trails, even though it had been almost 70 the day before. Surprisingly, we actually ran into some snow on the trail. For the most part, we were able to ride through the patches of snow. There was this one section we couldn't ride through, we had to walk our bikes over. I think the fact that it's a snowmobile trail and they don't plow it made the snow pack down and took longer to melt. The trail is a beautifully paved trail. It's kind of hard to be nonchalant while you're filming yourself and you're biking. I guess I'm getting a little better at it. Coming into Redfield, the farm supply and the grain elevators. Dropping down into town here. Very typical of these towns. The grain elevator seems to be the main fixture of town, usually multiple ones. So rolling into Redfield, Iowa, at the trailhead here, there's some beautiful trailheads with parking and places to sit. Outside of town, we went past the Redfield brickworks. You can see the pile of bricks that have been discarded over the years. Finally, a view of the Raccoon River. This is the middle fork of the Raccoon River. Going over Mosquito Creek. I had thought that maybe this was the Raccoon River, but it's actually Mosquito Creek. Another patch of snow here heading up into Linden. Working our way through the agriculture areas, the dirt roads.
Well, it's been a great ride so far. A little bit of snow, as you saw, on the Raccoon Valley River Trail here outside of Des Moines, on the west side of Des Moines. It's a nice loop. You could do about a 79-mile loop if you want to. We're not going to do that today. But I bet you've been wondering what the heck we're riding. These are our 24-inch wheel folding bikes that we use when we're traveling. They're the Citizen Gotham 24/7, 7-speed, 24-inch wheels. I've been over 40 miles on it. Pretty comfortable. They ride pretty nice and smooth and ride more like a big bike. I had a 20-inch folding bike from Citizen, which was nice, but hard to get any speed. So this is a nice compromise, and they're fit in the back seat of our Camry. I'll put a link at the bottom of my video here for my review of the Gotham City and my update of the review. So
here we are entering into the town of Linden, Iowa. Again, a great elevator. We have the truck there picking up some grain. I assume take it to some animals for feed. We were kind of wondering how that whole system works. Some farms have elevators, then there's the common co-ops, so I'm sure there's a complicated network of how it all works. After spending a little bit of time having a snack and some water and stretching, we headed back towards Adel. Real interesting phenomena. We had a sun halo at the top. We could see it here. Actually turned out pretty nicely in the GoPro, also my camera. Up here on the farmlands before we start heading down towards Redfield. On the way out, I guess I was talking about my bike and I hadn't even noticed all these trees down because of the beavers on this pond. Julie had mentioned it to me. I said, "What are you talking about?" So she showed it to me on the way back and I was like, wow, it was pretty amazing. I was just caught up in talking and filming. I believe this creek actually on the map will go dry during the summer, so they got to hold that water in. Now we headed back down the gully here towards Redfield, a nice little bit of downhill section. Very scenic. You can see here some leftover wood from when he was sawing up the trees that had fallen over the trail. A gentleman was out from the parks, from the county parks, and was trimming out the trees for us. Here we are back in Redfield, back at the old brickworks. I decided to go get a closer shot of the kilns they used to use to dry the bricks in. This was shut down in 2019 after 150 years of operation and moved to Adel. Going past the Brickyard here on the Adel. No, this is Redfield. Just a little one here. I'm not sure if this is another operation or part of the one that's in Adel. It's getting warmer, so we're starting to see more bicyclists out on the trail. I love this little section here with the creeks and the pastures and sort of rolling hills. Coming into Kennedy. Kennedy is just a few buildings now, but it used to be an actual train stop with a bit of a town here, and there's a little plaque that shows you what used to be here. The blackbirds scattering in the trees.
Wow.
There's blackbirds and looks like maybe some finches in there. It was really eerie when you go underneath the tree. They'd all stop chirping. Back across our snowfield. As you can see, other bikers have been walking through there also. And on our way into Adel and lunch. Past the Brickyards at Adel. Getting back to our car at the trailhead here in Adel. And over there to the right is our destination for lunch, the Brickyard Burgers and Brew.
Well, it was a wonderful ride. Not too much wind, a little bit of a breeze at the end, but not too bad. Nice trail, beautiful trail. Raccoon Valley Trail from here in Adel, headed out to Redfield, and then up to Linden, and then back. About 14 miles. The trail up to Linden was a bit uphill, but it was a nice return trip. Come on down check it out here in Des Moines, the Raccoon Valley Trail.
Enjoyed some beer and lunch at the restaurant sitting outside. A nice almost 30-mile ride. Very pleasant, very scenic. Would be very enjoyable in summer. As always, thank you for watching our video. Like it if you liked it. Please comment and subscribe so you can stay current with our adventures. We'd love to have you come along with us.